Next up, we've talked about small businesses, we've talked about innovation, we've talked about health. What about culture or cultural heritage? What are we going to do now when times are changing and we're faced with social distancing and different types of challenges? Well, luckily enough, we don't need to start from scratch. A project of ours called CD ETA has already been working on some very interesting digital solutions for cultural heritage. And I'm going to let Franca Fauci from Italy tell you more about those. Hello, Franca. The floor is yours.
Hello, it is a pleasure to be here today representing the CD ETA project, focusing on the digitization of natural and cultural heritage. Now I try to share the screen with the slide.
Yes, we are seeing your screen now and the presentation is just about to come up. We can see it, so Franca, please go ahead.
Can you see the slides?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start with coronavirus. The coronavirus is causing us to reevaluate what truly matters. More than ever, travel restrictions, the cancellation of real-world events, lockdown, are pushing companies to explore new ways of using technology and to connect with people. And this is the case of many of our stakeholders involved in the CD ETA project. Flagship pioneering companies, referral points for museums, cultural institutions, organizations, and municipalities. Already long before COVID-19 outbreak, those companies have been able to come out from the crowd and come up with something new that's providing a real added value to our European project thanks to their good practices. As a representative of the Foundation for Research and Innovation of the University of Florence, let me say that we are really proud of CD ETA achievements. The fact that Italian good practices have been a source of inspiration for several partners is the result of a joint effort. Not to mention the continual interaction with our policymaker, the Department for Culture and Research of the Tuscany region. The first action of our action plan itself is devoted to the creation of a database of best practices concerning digitization, natural and cultural heritage onto the Tuscany platform. And during the thematic seminar dealing with the digitization of museums and galleries, which took place in Florence in May 2017, we had the opportunity to share main best practices with a large audience. Indeed, two best practices attracted the interest of our Greek partner, Patras University, and because of their high technology level. And they are Galileo Museum app and Uffizi virtual experience, Uffizi Touch, by the Italian company Centrica. Galileo Museum app is a free guide to the museum, accompanying the visit with audio commentaries, text pages and videos, and allowing the visitor to discover the outstanding collections of scientific instruments gathered over 4 centuries. Uffizi virtual experience, Uffizi Touch by the Italian company Centrica, is the first immersive, interactive digital exhibition dedicated to the art collection of the Uffizi Gallery. So more than 1,100 works of art digitized in a very high resolution with advanced technologies, interactive systems for a learning and entertaining experience. Both good practices were discussed and analyzed during stakeholder meetings led by Patras University. And then they were included in the Greek Action Plan and presented to the Regional Council of Western Greece, which took them into account in a call for projects within the regional operational program. And the proposed action aimed to boost economic development of enterprises in Western Greece in the context of creative industries. And therefore, on April 2019, they launched a call named Support of Creative Industries in Western Greece, to finance projects combining IT technologies with culture. And the aims was also to develop similar solutions that could valorize cultural heritage using innovative digital technologies such as virtual reality and augmented reality. A total of 82 proposals were submitted, and each of these projects has a maximum budget of 300,000 euros. After the evaluation process of this proposal is finished, the University of Patras will monitor the implementation of the project that derived from 2D data best practices. And it will be interesting for us as the knowledge exporter to assess the impact of our good practice in Greece, thus becoming a knowledge importer, further inspiration for our own region. It really is a process of mutual exchange of knowledge. And we can also talk about mutual exchange of knowledge also when referring to our pilot action carried out in a collaboration with the Estonian War Museum. There's a slide focusing on adapting the 3D modeling best practice from 2D data project to the Estonian situation. Although Estonia is well advanced in ICT development and in digitizing heritage artifacts in museums and memory institutions, there is a clear need to increase the use of 3D modeling to boost cooperation between museums and creative cultural industries. For that reason, the Italian good practice digital fabrication techniques for cultural heritage by Visual Computing Lab has been taken as a model for transfer. And this good practice shows the several possibilities provided by 3D model. Artifacts made accessible through 3D can be used for several purposes, tourism, academic purposes, for promoting culture and creative industries. And through adapting the 3D modeling price from Tuscany to Estonia, cooperation with the culture and creative industry will increase, and the work will contribute to achieve the main objectives and aims of the Estonian operational program for cohesion policy funds.
Thank you, Franca, for that. I think it's very inspiring because I think as a project, you've been kind of lucky in the sense that you already have all these good practices, and it's impressive to see that some of them have already been transferred with very good results to other regions as well. So I think this is something where all of us can draw some inspiration from. Now, I just want to ask you one kind of follow-up question, thinking about the current COVID-19 crisis and the work that you've done in the project. How do you see the importance of cooperation and working together between regions in these difficult times? What is the role of Interreg Europe in all this?
For sure, in the troubling times of COVID-19 outbreak, cooperation is needed more than ever. And in addition to the project still running, the policy learning platform may also give concrete online support to European regions through the variety of tools on offer to all those looking for solutions to their regional challenges. We can say that we can firmly believe in the value of cooperation and the power of creating links between professionals all around Europe. It is vital that this work continues.
Yes, I mean, I couldn't agree more with that. I fully agree with you on this. Just one more question. I don't see any specific ones on Slido, but if you have some questions for Franca about good practices related to cultural heritage and digitization, feel free to send them through. What I would like to know is that you've been working on apps, you've been working on 3D modeling, you've been working on kind of advanced solutions to make cultural heritage more accessible. But what about those regions who might hesitate a little bit and think about whether these types of tools are right for them? What would you tell them?
So the physical experience remains paramount. I think that the digitization and remote access solutions can help communities to connect with each other during confinement, and providing psychosocial help through records of shared cultures, languages, creative expression. So the message is, please join with us to turn the threat of COVID-19 into an opportunity to make creativity and knowledge accessible through digital images anywhere.